There are 3 reasons why you are not making money trading meme coins. If you are one of the persons who is not making money trading meme coins, drop a comment in the comment section down below. If you're someone that's actually making money, also drop a comment in the comment section down below. But I can almost guarantee you guys that if you correct these 3 mistakes, you will see that your portfolio will start going up instead of going down. Of course, everything that we're going to be talking about today is not financial advice, but I do want to let you guys know that I've been able to go from 0.5 to 6 figures by following these rules and making sure that every single time that I trade, I follow these to a T. Now, with that being said, the first things you're going to need in order to be a successful trader is you're going to need the right tools. And the right tools is using BullX, which is going to give you the ability of spotting coins that are launching from pump fund. And this is where you're going to be making the majority of your gains due to the fact that the lower you buy, the more money you will make. And that is one of the keys, but not one of the 3 reasons why you're not making money. The other option is if you don't like BullX or you're trying to try something new, you could always use Axium. Axium is another powerful tool that works very similar to BullX, but I have a side-by-side comparison video if you want to know which one's the best one. Link is down below, but these are the 2 options. Also, links for BullX to save 10% on gas fees and on Axiom are down below. So with that being said, let's talk about the 3 reasons. So we're going to get started with reason number 1. Okay, guys. So the number 1 reason that you are not making money trading meme coins is because you are FOMOing in. All right. FOMO is one of the biggest problems that you want to avoid. That is reason number 1. All right, so let's take a look at a coin. So let's say we're gonna go into a coin and we're gonna look at this Pixnix coin, and we're gonna be like, okay, this coin looks very interesting. Of course, we wouldn't buy this coin because right off the bat we could tell that it's not a good coin. But for example, we see the bonding curve is 94. There's only 6% left for me to actually bond this and send this to Radium. I'm gonna be like, oh my goodness, this coin's doing so good. Let me go ahead and buy. All right, so you're gonna buy it right in here. You're gonna buy right here, and when you buy right here, your margin for mistakes or for errors is very, very little because at any point, this coin could literally just dump and your port, which whatever you put in one soul, let's say you put 1 soul, could literally go to 0. Okay. In a blink of an eye. In addition to that, when this gets out of here, whenever this leads off of, out of pump fund, like what are the probabilities on how high this coin will go up? Right? Usually coins that get out of pump fund, the highest they go up is to 100K market cap. So from the point you bought, which was here at 42, to 100K market cap, right? To like right here, the probabilities of that happening are very slim because usually what tends to happen is once these coins get off a pump fund, they usually tend to dump or go down at least a 30 to 40%. Now, with that being said, if you bought at 40, this is gonna go like almost to 47.50 right here to be able to exit out. Let's say it dips 20%, you're gonna have to DCA back in and lose that out. So if you could possibly, if you are FOMOing in, if you're buying coins, like for example, this baby coin, and you're buying this coin like up here, like let's say you bought it right here, right? Let's say you come in here, this coin, you're like, oh my goodness, it's doing so well, and you buy it right here, you bought right here. Right now, this coin went all the way down here, guys. Okay. And in order for this coin to go back up here, it's probably going to take a while, or it might not even go back up. So, one thing you want to know is do not FOMO in. FOMO is pretty much fear of missing out. So, usually people will buy tops and they're stuck in a coin, and then you find yourself DCAing right here. You're like, okay, well, maybe it'll go back up. And you're like, oh crap, oh no, maybe I'll DCA here. And you're like, oh crap, I'm going to DCA again. And you DCA right here. And so much like you end up your average is like kind of like at 3 mil range. And by the time that hits the 3 mil, it's going to be a tough kind of, hill to climb up because you bought so high up. And by the time you finish looking at this, let's say you bought 1 soul here, 1 soul here, 1 soul here, 1 soul here, you're 4 soul into the play, and you might not get your full soul back, right? So fear of missing out is one of the main reasons why people are losing a lot of money when it comes to trading meme coins. So do not FOMO. Remember, the key here is buy as low as you possibly can. So if you buy right here, even right here, and make sure you just write it up. Okay. So that's going to be the main thing that you want to make sure is make sure you write things up. All right, so for now, for rule number 2. And rule number 2 is going to be extremely important, and this is going to be very helpful for you beginners out there because this is going to be one of the most important things that you're going to need to learn, and that is to avoid scams. Okay, you're going to need to learn to avoid scams. This is extremely important because the majority of the people that are losing money is because they are not learning how to avoid scams. And the great thing is that now the way the tools have developed when you're trading, they've become so good that now you don't really need the assistance of bots or anything like that, because you literally could just tell if something is a scam or if something is not a scam just by looking at the information you have here. So that's why I like these two platforms. That's why I like BullX. That's why I like Axiom, because they allow you to kind of filter the noise really, really fast. So for example, if you guys see here, we're here in NeoVision, but if we were to go to Hypervision, we get some really good information about the coins. So for example, let's take a look at the Zero coin. For example, we're going to take a look at the Zero coin. It looks pretty solid. 78 bonding curve. Should I buy or should I buy? First things I'm going to look at the holder count, and I'm going to see what the holder count is. So right now it's telling me that there's 69% people using a bot. This is extremely important that you learn to identify, because there's going to be a key component for you knowing if a coin is being organically done or not organically done. It's also going to let me know the top holders, which is extremely important because I want to know if there's too many. And these are the first things we want to identify. Now, after identifying those first two things, we're going to look at this column right here, and we want to make sure that the majority of the soul balance from the people that have a high percent of holdings. So anything, this is not the liquidity pool, but anything below that, for example, this one right here where it says this guy is using BullX, smart guy. This guy's using BullX. All right, that's really good. So I'm watching that they are using a trading bot. That's really good, because usually what tends to happen when the wallets are farmed or when the wallets are meant to be bundled, they will not be using bots, especially the high tier wallets. Now, in addition to that, I'm also going to look at the soul balance. And why is the soul balance important? The reason the soul balance is important is because the soul balance is going to allow you to know if this is like a fresh wallet or not a fresh wallet, or a wallet that actually trades. So we're noticing here number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. All of these do not look like fresh wallets. This looks like a 1.2, 1.5, 20 soul, 33 soul, 6 soul. So these actually look pretty good, legitimate. Now, in addition to that, I also want to know if these people are part of a team or they're farming. So how do I do that? It's simply just by clicking on it. I want to see what they've traded. Okay, so I want to see what they traded here. So I'm gonna see that this guy traded here USD. I'm gonna look at this other guy right here, see what he traded. So he hasn't traded the same one. This is a different person. So they might not be in the same team. All right. I want to see what they're trading here. So basically what we're looking here is we're looking if any of the people that are trading right now, this particular coin, if they are trading the same coin, if they've traded previously within the same coin, because if they have, that means they're part of a team. But this looks like a very interesting one, due to the fact that the wallets look pretty solid. That checks out. It looks like they are not bundled wallets, which looks pretty good as well. And it looks like there's multiple people using different bots to buy the coin. So this tells me this coin will probably migrate. Now, I'm able to get all that information just by looking at this without going anywhere. But you're able to do this with Axiom as well. So if you're using this software as well, you're able to do. The one thing I do like about Axiom, which I mentioned before, is that you're going to be able to kind of see here if the DEX has been paid. As you see right here, it doesn't show if the DEX has been paid. It does let you know about the holders, and it does let you know what the bundle number percentile is for this coin. But it also lets you know here that this coin right here, someone went ahead and bought, 1.7%, and also has another 1.7%, which was transferred to this wallet. So this person has almost, 3% of the token, and it's divided in half. So what you'll do here, let's do a quick buy here. So let's say we're going to buy 0.1 here. We're going to buy this in here. It's going to put us in there. It should set our stop and buy loss. I'm going to let that right there for right now and see what happens. But this looks like, after looking at that nice technical analysis, I can kind of say this is going to be a risky play, but I'm willing to take that risk because it kind of checked the majority of the boxes just by looking at and analyzing the chart. So that's what you want to do, guys. You want to make sure that when you're looking at the board, you're going to notice that first and foremost, you avoid FOMO. Okay. Number 2, you avoid scams. All right. Scams. And number 3 is the most important one and one of the reasons why a lot of people are not making money. So if you remember these acronyms FSS and you stick that in your head every single time you trade and you avoid these three simple mistakes, I can not 100% guarantee you because you probably will miss one, but if you follow this to a T, you will almost always end up winning. And that is learn to sell. Okay. Learn to sell. That is extremely, extremely important. And the reason why I like BullX and the reason why I like Axiom is because it teaches you that without you kind of being a gambler. Okay, so how does that work? The reason why that works is if you see here, when I bought this coin, I literally said here, if this coin drops below the market cap, I want you to sell. If this if this coin goes above the market cap, I want you to sell. And the reason why I do this is because this is a very important way for you to train yourself automatically for the bots to do the kind of like the trade for you, because what happens with a lot of people is they'll hold the coin and they'll be like, oh, the coin give me a 50%. Okay, well, I think I could go for 75. The coin gives you 75. You're like, well, I think I could go for 100. And then like you're like, okay, well, now I'm on a 2x. I might as well go for a 3x. And then you're like at a 3x and you're like, well, I might as well go to 4x. And then you're like, oh crap, it's a 5. I'm going to go for a 5x. And then it never gets to a 5x and you round trip again and you are stuck in that limbo where you're like, man, I should have sold. So it's extremely important that, like I explained on my stream, which we stream, we stream to help you guys understand how to do this and the psychologically behind, behind trading. So if you guys have not seen our streams or haven't caught our streams, I highly recommend you guys stop by and check them out. But if you don't learn to sell, that's going to put you at extreme loss. And what you want to do when you're selling, you're always going to want to set something in your mind is what amount of money do you want to make that day? It's extremely important. But if you guys remember this acronym FSS, which is avoid FOMOing, avoid scams, and sell, you will almost all the time be profitable. And what I like about BullX and what I like about Axiom is that you can literally start training yourself automatic without you having to have that stress in your brain. Like, should I sell? Should I not sell? When should I sell? When should I not sell? Because as you see right now, we entered this coin, right? We entered this deer coin. And right now with this deer coin, I first and foremost, I don't have to be watching the coin because I don't have to be like, oh, is this coin gonna go anywhere? Is it not gonna go anywhere? But I also don't have to worry about me not selling because whenever it hits this 29K, if it does hit this 29K, which I think it will, and I will post I'll post a P&L either on TG or on X here so you guys can know if we went positive or not. But if it does hit that, if it does hit that target, I'm already selling automatically, which is really cool. Now, another thing that could help you kind of, make sure you guys are winning, make sure you guys are following me on X, make sure you guys follow me on TG. We usually make some really cool calls there. So if you guys want to make sure you guys get into a play, early and kind of, feel it out, you guys can definitely follow us there. But I wanted to bring this video out for you guys because I want to make sure that we get as many people making money trading meme coins, but doing it in a right way and learning for you to correct the mistakes you're probably making and avoid those mistakes from repeating and losing your portfolio. And instead of that, increasing your portfolio. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like. Don't forget to drop a comment. And if you want to even go a little bit further, drop a thanks or a super chat. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.